What are they talked about in terms of being a leader for this team? What are they counting on you guys as captains to do, I guess?
Just maintain the culture. If we see something we don't like, we gotta let it be known, and really just what any other captain would do. Yeah.
Hey Jordan, what do you see? What have you seen out of Isaiah and Jason, and kind of how do they build off each other? What have you seen from the other side?
Well, it's Jocelyn.
You're Jocelyn.
Yeah, you're good. But they both progressed greatly, like this whole camp and this game week. I'm really excited for both of their years. It's a tight competition. We'll see how it all shakes out on Saturday, but I'm more than good. Whoever's playing, more than good. Yeah.
Jordan, the depth chart came out today. Isaiah's at the top next to you, but Jocelyn was also mentioned by Greg. Shiano is a guy who could play, start opposite you. How much have you tried to really be in their ear as far as trying to adjust to, going from being a backup guy to being, right up there next to you in that difficult spot?
Really, I just try to tell them, like, sometimes you could get caught up in, okay, we have practice today, I'm going against Ohio State, but I mean, I always tell them, just keep in the back of your mind, you're playing in the shoe in a couple weeks, well, in 4 days now, so I mean, this stuff's getting real, and it's finally, you can actually see it, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they've been doing a great job with that.
Jordan, how much did you miss us not having interviews? This has been a strange training camp, and that you guys have been able to do your work, and none of the distractions, none of us been here. What's that been like?
I don't know. We're just focused on being 1-0, to be honest. Yeah, that's all I can really say.
Jordan, you guys had a chance to hear Urban Meyer last Thursday. Can you talk about what was said in that meeting and
Football
how you
questions,
felt?
guys.
Oregon State, 1-11 last year. Can't take anybody for granted, obviously. Just as you one of the leaders, you guys telling the guys we can't take this team lightly. We got to come in and play because they're Pac-12 team. I mean, regardless of their record.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the first time I'm actually even hearing the 1-11 stuff. So yeah, that's not even in our minds at all.
And the team they beat was Portland State.
That's not really in our minds at all. We're just competing against ourselves every day, and come Saturday we'll handle business.
Do you see some players on that team that can play, or what do you see out of the tape you've seen out of them?
I definitely see some players. They got speed. They got everything from a skill position standpoint. But yeah, like I said, we're focused on us and being 1-0.
Jordan, what has practice been like? How has it been different with Ryan Day running the show?
Really hasn't. Our culture is our culture. Just playing 4 to 6 A to B every play, and really hasn't been too much different. Yeah.
How much responsibility have you felt as a captain, as a leader, to make sure that this team does stay focused, does continue to practice the way it always does?
I would say it's a big job, but I mean, everybody here has just a great work ethic, and it's really not hard to get guys to work. A lot of guys are really self-motivated to begin with, so it's really not that tough of a job.
What does it mean to you to be a captain?
It means everything. Like I said before, it's probably the biggest honor I've received like my whole athletic career, and I'm just so blessed to be a part of this team and be with the guys I'm with. I just try to put my heart and soul into everything I do.
Knowing that you didn't have your head coach there, did you feel like the leaders in this team, the captains, feel an extra responsibility to really step up your leadership?
I mean, of course, if you're down a man, somebody's got to step up. So we all took it on ourselves as a team just to maintain the standard that we have at Ohio State and just keep pushing.
How long did it take before it felt normal out there?
Well, I mean, practice is practice. Usually, we're just with our defensive coaches and stuff like that, so it's not too much different.
You were the guy who came in last year playing next to a veteran, Damon Webb, so obviously you had to find some time to build some chemistry. How have you taken what you learned from then being the new guy to now all of a sudden you're the veteran, you have to help these guys build chemistry with you, all at the same time learning a little bit of different scheme, different terminology with Alex Grinch coming in? What's the biggest thing you took away from last year that you're applying to how you're, sort of being a coach for those other two guys?
It's really that everything matters. It's all the little things that matter. It's not like, I'll say, okay, we're going against ones-on-ones in practice. That's not the most important part of practice. It's really like the scout work and seeing the plays that we'll see later in the week on a Saturday. That's really the most important thing, and that's really it. It's just little things.
I'm sorry. How long do you think does it usually take, from your experience, to build that chemistry, knowing that you guys are essentially, for lack of a better term, the last line of defense in the defense?
To be honest, I think we have chemistry already. Cause I've been playing next to them all spring, all fall camp, and this week too. So I feel like our chemistry is great.